Hi, welcome to Touched by Angel Live. I'm your host, Angel Kinseys. My passion is to inspire seniors, bring solutions to their everyday needs, and bring the generations together.
Weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Hi, welcome to Touched by Angel Live. I'm your host, Angel Kinseys. My passion is to inspire seniors, bring solutions to their everyday needs, and bring the generations together. Enjoy the show.
This is Dr. Paula Hedglon from Hedglon Chiropratic Center. We've been serving Pompano Beach for over 35 years, and I'd love to be your chiropractor. It's easy to get started, beginning with a chiropractic exam and x-rays. Then we look for the cause, and we perform a specific gentle chiropractic adjustment. Find out if we can help you. Call today.
Call Hedglon Chiropractic Center at 954-946-1799.
Good evening. Welcome to my show. I'm happy to introduce a very special person that I have come to know probably within the last year or so. And her name is Dr. Paula Hedglon. She's a chiropractor from Pompano Beach, Florida. And tonight she is my guest, and she's also my sponsor. You got to see her commercial that they did, a beautiful commercial for her with her little grandbaby there. And she actually does children for free in her office in Pompano. So she has a wonderful practice there, and I'm happy to introduce her tonight. Welcome, Dr. Paula Hedglon. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am honored to be here. It's really a pleasure to be here. I'm so happy. Thank you, Angel, for inviting me. And thank you, everybody in the studio, for being here, too.
And so tonight, our topic is going to be about life. What is life? How to live it to the fullest? What does it mean? What does it mean to you? So tonight, Dr. Paula is going to give us a little insight about what life is.
There's a saying, a banner that I saw, and it really hit me in the heart. It says, "Nothing is bigger than life." And life is something that we all need to cherish. because nothing is greater than love, but nothing is bigger than life.
That's, I guess, well, you're going to tell us why,
is-
right?
yes.
So what is the life that is in our body? There's a name for it. What is it called?
People think it's energy, and it is, but the life force in your body is called the innate intelligence. We have a universal intelligence in the world, but part of that universal intelligence is inside of us. And that innate intelligence never, ever, ever sleeps. It makes everything in your body work. It functions, it organizes, it repairs, it regenerates, and it keeps our body healthy, and it keeps our body functioning so that we are alive.
So what is it actually? Is it cells? Is it, I mean,
Well, think about it this way. If we're all alive right now in our bodies, what do we have that somebody that passed on doesn't have? The bones are still there. The heart is still there. The brain is still there. What is missing in the person that transpired? Then us. That life is the energy, the innate intelligence that goes from the brain down the spinal cord to every organ, every cell, every tissue cell, every pinprick of an area is the life that we have, and that's what we live with. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
so your life could be good or it could be bad, right? Depending on
Circumstance.
how you live,
Right.
I guess. So how do you achieve more life in your body? Let's say somebody feels like they're lifeless, like they're dead. They just don't have any life in them.
There's 4 things that you need to live. 1 is air. We all know we need oxygen. 2 is water. 3 is food. The 4th one is nerve supply. So everybody does things for what food to have and air and oxygen, but nobody thinks about the nerve supply in our body. And that nerve supply has to get through 100% for you to function healthier. So that's part of it.
So the nerves play a big part, because I know now a lot of people are complaining of numbness in their body, and you know their balance is off. And you know I specialize in seniors. I do exercise for seniors, and so a lot of the nerve damage is caused what? From lack of exercise, poor eating,
Any type of stress, any type of stress, physical, chemical, emotional. And the big thing is, it's not just the nerves, Angel. It is the brain and the spinal cord and the nerves is all one. It's not separate. The spinal cord, and this is, we call it the lifeline. The spinal cord is not separate than the brain. So the brain, assuming everybody has a brain, and I think everybody in here has a brain, the brain must send the energy to every cell of the body. Now, this is a sample. I hope you don't mind. I have a sample in my hands. If you're not on TV, it's called the atlas and the axis. They're the first 2 bones in the neck. This is the most important. This is like your computer, your brain stem. It sits right under your skull, the brain. And what happens is this part is right on the top, and it has a hole. And that hole is the widest part of your spinal cord. It's the brain stem. So no matter where in your body you're feeling symptoms or interference that you talked about, which we call a subluxation, it has to stem from here.
That's the center.
This is the faucet. You must check the faucet. Make sure it's clear, because if it's rotated or if it's stressed, you get less life. Simple analogy would be a garden hose. If there's a kink in the faucet on the top, you can wiggle the end all you want, but if you don't open up the faucet and where it is, it's not, the water's not going to come through. Same thing in the brain and the spinal cord. It has to be exactly through. And we call that the atlas axis. That's the most important. And that's what expresses more life. All right? And that's what I
So
wanted to
is
know.
that like right under your hairline, or is it right on top of your back? where
It's
that
right
lump
underneath the
is?
skull. The skull, right in the back of the skull. It's underneath
it's
there. So
under the
first 2 bones in the spinal cord of the spine.
Yeah.
Okay? All
So
good?
now you have to tell us, how do we keep that functioning properly?
This is great. This is really good. Okay, so you know that I'm a chiropractor, and a chiropractor must find, locate where you have the nerve interference, which bone is out of alignment, sending interference, like causing the nerve not to send 100% life. It's not just a pinched nerve. It could be in the spinal cord. It could be anywhere in the body. But the main thing as a chiropractor is we look to the spine, which is the lifeline, and we find where the nerve interference, which bone is out of alignment, and we call it an adjustment. An adjustment opens up that that nerve to allow life to those organs. Every organ, every muscle, every cell is controlled by the brain and nervous system, and that's why we have to keep this clear. That's the nerve energy that you need to stay alive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we call that a subluxation, but the adjustment, and you know what? Adjustment doesn't have to be something forceful. Everybody thinks a chiropractor is cracking your neck. We don't even like to use that word. It's called an adjustment. We don't crack eggs. We only crack eggs in jokes, but that's it. But it's a simple, very light adjustment that allows it, but it doesn't stay because you have to retrain the muscles and ligaments to open it up to allow the body more life. And that's what we do. And we do it continuously. We do it on everything. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what condition you have. We always look, if you're alive with nerve interference, you're better off alive without nerve interference, and that's what we do.
Could you tell us some testimonies that you have of people that you've helped? Because I've been in your office and I've seen people come in that can't even walk.
I have a very...
And elderly, I mean, like, they can't walk not only because they either were in an accident or because they're aged. I mean, like, they really can't move, and I've seen an improvement almost immediately.
Well, here's the thing. I have one testimony, and my husband reminded me of this. I had a lady, she's 44 years old, and she was very afraid to come in. And when she came in, she couldn't move her neck like this at all. So I said, well, we take an x-ray to see what's inside. I took an x-ray. She was fused from the second bone all the way to the seventh in her neck from birth. So I said, well, the top bone is a free ring bone. We're going to go ahead and work on that and allow more life in your body. So after the first adjustment, she was able to move her neck. Now, that's not the miracle I'm going to talk about. She continued for 2 to 3 months. And she told me, because I started her on a different schedule than I didn't get the history, she was born with 2 kidneys, but 1 kidney was not normal at all. It was like the size of a kidney bean. It was abnormal. So by her getting adjusted just in the neck for 3 months, she went back to the doctor, never told me that she had this, and the doctor said, what have you been doing? Your kidney regrew. Wow. And she said, it was only chiropractic. So what miracles happen when you open up that lifeline? It's not about pain in back and necks. It's about restoring life, and your body continues. Innate intelligence will regenerate, reorganize, repair, and allow the organs to function healthier. And we just had one this week was supposed to be on dialysis, and he kept getting canceled. He kept getting canceled. They kept postponing. I said, by the time they postpone it, your kidney is going to be functioning. And he told me yesterday that they are not doing dialysis. His kidney is functioning. Now, is that a miracle?
It is a miracle.
You think it's a miracle, but it's a miracle every time we get up in the morning, because innate intelligence never sleeps. It runs everything in your body. And we got up this morning, so that's a miracle. The little things that we think are big things, and that's why it's so important that nothing is bigger than life. You can't turn, you can't turn time backwards,
Right.
but you can wind it up again. And George Burns said that. You can wind it up, wind the clock up again, and get yourself, because it doesn't matter how old you are. I had somebody start at 99, and she's 104 today.
Wow.
At 99, so it doesn't matter. And the reason why she started is because she was very hyper, and the doctor gave her so many pills to just suppress all her organs and her energy, and she was lifeless. And I said, what are you doing? I said, so we got her on the treadmill, and we got her off. I didn't get her off the pills, the doctor did. She got in there and got mad, and she wound up getting off all her pills, and she had more life.
Wow.
So they were actually having her lose life instead of gaining life.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what condition you have. We will still always look for the nerve interference. So
Yeah.
that's
great.
It
That's
is
so
great.
interesting. And I mean, there's so much that we could cover tonight. When we come back, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, I want to talk about a little bit more about how chiropractic affects you, because I know people are afraid of doing chiropractic. Like she said, they think you're going to get hurt and whatever. But I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the babies and the children, because she does children from the time they're born. And I want to hear some testimonies about maybe some children. She does her own little grandson, who's adorable. So when we get back, we're going to continue. And if you want to call in and you have any questions, call the studio, 888-994-4444. 4995, and you can call Dr. Paula and ask her any question that you'd like. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Agent Michelle Amron specializes in Medicare health insurance plans for those under 65. Amron Insurance offers plans with most major insurance companies, names that you know and trust. From understanding and comparing all of your options to finding what plan is best for you, Michelle Amron will help you apply for low-income insurance assistance if you qualify. Contact Michelle today at 561-308-0293 to schedule a call, virtual meeting, or in person to answer any questions. Let Michelle Amron Insurance help you navigate through all of your available options. 561-308-0293.
If you're interested in joining Angel Kinsey's online Zumba class, Strength and Balance, or Zumba Gold, contact Angel at angelkinseys@gmail.com or call 954-224-0886.
Then you know it's working. Remember, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it.
Enjoy the show.
Doing donations for Fort Myers. Fort Myers is still under a lot of reconstruction. I mean, it's a disaster there. So on Sunday, we had an event in Delray, a Zumba event, because we know a lot of Zumba instructors that live in that area. We travel there a lot. And we ended up collecting $1,400 just in a small hour of a Zumba event. We charge $30 a person, and we ask them to bring a donation for the children that are in the Taekwondo studio there and the families that are in that area. The Taekwondo studio there, Star Taekwondo, is helping all the families in Fort Myers individually and the children. So they told us they have enough clothes, they don't need any more clothes, they're overwhelmed, and now what they need is the $25 gift cards to Walmart and food for the holidays now. So we're going to be collecting that all the way through the month, and on December 4th we're going to be back there at Gil's Zumba studio in Fort Myers for another Zumba class, for an hour-and-a-half master class with, there's going to be 5 male Zumba instructors on Sunday the 4th of December from 3 to 4:30. So I hope you join us. Stay tuned, we're going to have flyers and we're going to give you more information about it. In the meantime, I just want to get back to our conversation about chiropractic and how it helps. So, Dr. Paula?
So what I want to talk about is, you hear this all the time, and I hear this. People say, well, I went to a chiropractor, but I went once, and it didn't help. Well, that's like going to work out once, and your muscles are built up. There's no such thing. So what we tell them is, we do look at x-rays. If we don't take x-rays, I take scans. And what we do with that is we see where you have the nerve interference and allow that. Now, there's different types of adjustments. There's different types of chiropractors. I'm considered a principal chiropractor. I use my hands. I use x-rays as a tool. I don't use machines, and I don't use any other physical therapy. I leave that to the physical therapist. I leave the massage to the massage therapist. I strictly know where to do on the body, where it is, and where I can release the life force. So when a baby is born, the very first thing that happens with a baby is they're curved in the mom's stomach, and when they come out, if they're not pulled, because sometimes they use forceps or they're pulled, especially for C-sections, they're pulled. Their top bone, the atlas again, goes out of place, and when it goes out of place, you can have colicky, you can have ear problems, you can have constipation, you can have so many things that a baby cannot tell you. They can't tell you where their symptoms are. So what we do is I detect in their spine, and I had this one baby that he was in NICU, and they couldn't breathe, and I went into the hospital then to check the baby. Now, when you check a baby, I check a baby, you use pinkies, and it's like putting the same amount of pressure on top of the eyeball. That's all. So I just hold the atlas, and the baby's innate intelligence, this is so amazing, I wish you could see it, they'll move the baby, and they'll actually go right into place. I practically don't do anything. And that happened with my grandson because when they came home from the hospital, my daughter called me. She was distraught because he was so nervous, anxiety.
Colic?
She didn't know what, just
wasn't-
didn't know what was wrong. So I ran over there. They live close, and I said, I want you two to watch. And I went and I put my hands on him, and he was like so fussy, and I held that atlas, and it went click, and then the baby put his arms out like this and went to sleep.
Wow.
And I said, now, you see this? I want you to remember this, because you'll know that, and I'm not bragging, but I am, my grandson has never had any ear infections, colic, he sleeps through the night, and he's a very healthy baby because I check him 3 times a week at least, or 2 times a week. Wow. Not for a problem, but just to make sure he's in alignment, okay? How many people do you know go to the chiropractor and they go once? It's not it.
No.
Your symptom may go away, but you have to get to correction. It takes time, it takes repetition, and it takes energy, just like anything else. Now, what Angel was talking about, there are different ways that we adjust adults, especially seniors, or people that I have people that have surgery in their neck, I do them differently. I have people that have a bullet in their neck, I do them differently. Yeah, I have all sorts of cases. And when we do them, what happens is we use what's called a toggle. It's not turning their neck, it's a light adjustment where it's speed, where you do it quick on the neck, on the top bone, and it clicks in. And that's what I did that lady with the kidney. That's what I did with the guy with the dialysis. So that's the way we do a senior in there. And the other thing is, there are many different ways that you can adjust people. So it's an art. You know, it's a philosophy, science, and an art. And that's it.
I was impressed because what I loved about Dr. Paula was the fact that I'm not on camera. I was impressed because when I went to the office, the first thing she did was she did an x-ray. Now, I've been to other chiropractors, never had an x-ray in the office. She did an x-ray from my neck to my back and was able to show me right firsthand where my body was off, which was amazing. And then she does it every 3 months to show you how you're improving. So that's what made me impressed. So what I want to tell you out there is, if you have a child, a baby, and you're having problems, give Dr. Paula a call. She's right local in Pompano, and she does children for free. I mean, there's no excuse not to. Go get a consultation, figure it out, you know, find out what's going on. I want to say this real quick. The show goes so fast. Dr. Paula is going to be back again on December 15th,
That's
right?
correct.
On December 15th. So we have the 17th of November, which I'm going to have my insurance agent that you saw her advertisement, Michelle Amron. She's an independent agent, and right now you have till December 7th to ask any questions. She's going to be on the next show in 2 weeks, on the 17th. We're going to talk about anything about insurance. And then on the 1st, we're going to talk about dementia. I'm going to have someone talk about that. A specialist is coming. And then Dr. Paula will be on the 15th. So I want to welcome you. If anybody's in Pompano tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Zumba Gold class inside Healthy Partners. Come and see me from 2 to 4. And welcome back. In 2 weeks, we'll see you again. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Dr. Paula,
Thank you,
for
Angel.
being here.
Thank you, everybody.
This is Dr. Paula Hedglon from Hedglon Chiropratic Center. We've been serving Pompano Beach for over 35 years, and I'd love to be your chiropractor. It's easy to get started, beginning with a chiropractic exam and x-rays. Then we look for the cause, and we perform a specific gentle chiropractic adjustment. Find out if we can help you. Call today.
Call Hedglon Chiropractic Center at 954-946-1799.
You've been watching Touched by Angel Live. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you love. If you wish to join the conversation, have an idea for the show, or would like to sponsor the show, please call us at 1-888-565-1470 or email us at touchedbyangellive@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. If you or a loved one are interested in joining Angel on Zoom for her Strength and Balance class or Zumba Gold class for seniors, email her at angelkinseys@gmail.com. Have a great day!